Hello, everyone, and welcome to CARS 3324 Theories. This is one of my all-time favorite courses to teach, and I'm really excited to share the content with you. So I'm Dr. Mark Eads. I'm going to be your professor for this course. And as we move through the various modules that we're going to get exposed to, my hope is that you're going to get a really good idea of what each of these unique counseling theories brings to the table and really how they can help clients from all different sort of perspectives and sort of gives you as a therapist the ability to have some specific sort of like lenses or tools to use to help clients who might benefit from all sorts of different types of counseling sort of styles. So my hope would be at the end of this course, you've been exposed to some really awesome theories and can get a really good sense of what each of them sort of brings to the table. But before we get into the theories themselves, I think it's going to be helpful to give just a brief walkthrough of how to access the course and ultimately like what Canvas really looks like. If you've been in the Texas Tech online program before this point, you probably used Blackboard to access your courses. Now, with the switch to Canvas, things are going to look a little different, but in my opinion, there's been some major upgrades by using Canvas instead of Blackboard. But I want to make sure you understand really what to expect as you really get into the course. So let me share my screen real quick and show you guys a little bit of what's going on here in terms of when you first get into the course. So when you first log in, you're going to see a home page, something that looks like this. And under the home page, you're going to have a welcome message. You're also going to have some instructor information about me. And the one thing that's really important to look at is this email right here. The best way to get in touch with me is through email. I check my email all the time. I'm trying my best to stay on top of keeping track of what students need or what's on your mind. So if you have a concern or a question or anything about the course in general, email me. Let me know sooner rather than later. The sooner I know what's going on, the sooner we can work on finding a solution to whatever might be in front of you. So keep that email handy. It's going to be very helpful. The second tab over here on the left is the announcement section. The announcements is going to be a section where if anything major happens in the course that I need everyone to be aware of, I'm going to post an announcement and there will be an alert that pops up on the course when you first log into Canvas. That little alert, it's sort of like a red dot that says like the number one or number two for how many announcements have been posted is going to be an indication that there's something important to read. So something that's just good to get into the habit of would be logging into your course, going to the announcements page just to see if I've posted anything that might be relevant to you. Now, this next section, the syllabus section, is very important. So let me show you what's in here. First and foremost, a copy of the syllabus for you to download, read, get acquainted with my expectations and what the course is all about. But then underneath the syllabus is going to be a detailed course summary, which essentially is a schedule of all of the assignments and when they're due. So as you can see, on Friday, June 6th, you have your introduction assignment that's due, and also your counseling style quiz and reflection paper that's going to be due as well. So if I hover over June 6th right here, so I'm going to go to June 6th, there we go. Sort of shows up on the course summary that that's what's due. The next week on the 13th, here's our other assignment that's due, the common factors reflection. So you've got two things that sort of help you keep on track here. There's the course summary that you can walk through each assignment and where they are. But you can also look at the calendar up here just to get a sense of, okay, today is June 3rd, for example. And so what's due this week? Well, I'll go to the 6th because that seems to have something due. And there you go. That's our assignment that's due right there. So it's a great way to keep on track of what's coming up, what's due, and where to find that. So the syllabus section, very helpful. Now, outside of the syllabus section, the module section is going to be where you're spending a majority of your time in this course. The modules are sort of a week by week breakdown of what to expect as you move through the course. So module one is really going to be the getting to know you sort of portion, getting to know the course, getting to know who you are as a student and what you're really looking for. So you're going to have some things to review here, some resources to peruse, a reading that's going to be important to look at, a video from me about theories and how they're used, and then some learning activities for you to complete once you've gone through all of the materials for the module. That's how most modules are going to look. You're going to have your learning activities at the start of the module. You're going to have your assignments or learning activities at the bottom. So just like in Module 2, when we learn about the common factors of therapy, you're going to have an overview. You're also going to have a video to watch and then an assignment that's due at the conclusion of the model. And you can see underneath this assignment, it says June 13th. So even again, you have another reminder of when that assignment is going to be due. Another good thing to just keep in mind when assignments are due and what weeks they're due on. But every week, every module, you're going to go through and you're going to have an idea of what we're going to be learning in each module. You're going to have an idea of what the expectations are in terms of what learning activities or what sort of materials there are to go over, whether they're readings or videos to watch. And then also the activities or learning assignments that are going to be due at the conclusion of that module. Every module is structured in the same way. So that's sort of a quick walkthrough of what to expect as you go through the course and as you approach each module. Now, like I said before, one of the best things you can do to keep handy is if you have any questions, any concerns, anything that might be on your mind, here's my email again on the home screen. Email me. Let me know. I want to know if something is on your mind so that we can find a solution as quickly as possible. My whole goal with this course is to have you spend as much time as you can understanding the different theories we're going to discuss and giving some really great responses to the assignments that I'm going to have you complete as we work through each module. That's where I want you putting your effort into. I don't want you sitting and stressing about, I wonder what Dr. Eads wants for this assignment. I wonder if I'm getting it right. If you have questions about what I'm looking for, let me know. I'll clear that up as quick as I possibly can so that you can get back to actually doing the assignment instead of wondering what I'm looking for from it. So again, that's just a quick overview of what Canvas is all about, how to approach the course, and a little bit about what I'm expecting in terms of how to get in touch with me if anything comes up throughout the term. Once again, if anything happens, if there's any concerns, anything that's on your mind that I can be of help with, get in touch with me so that we can find a solution quickly and you can get back to doing the things that you're here to do, learning about theories and completing the assignments that I'm asking of you. So great to have you be a part of the course. I'm excited to get things going, and I can't wait to jump in to really start sharing my love of theories with you as we get the course running. Welcome to Theories, and again, really looking forward to sharing the course material with you throughout the term. Take care.